Hello, my lovely AVs. Here we have another anime review known as Kyouhei Dolls. When Kyouhei moves to Tokyo, he thinks he left his old life behind, but he suddenly discovers a bloody corpse, and then he discovers that his past isn't easily left behind, especially when the past is a usual type of for Kyouhei. You see, back in his hometown, Kyouhei was a seki, an individual able to control kakashi, ancient wooden gods, capable of incredible feat with his mind. But now that there's another Kashine on the loose in Tokyo, it just may be Kyouhei to stop it, and it's seki in this Kamisama Dolls. This anime has about 13 episodes, based on manga series. It premiered July 6th to September 28th, 2011. Based on manga series, genre is action supernatural. Each episode is 24 minutes and is rated R and 17 plus for violence and profanity. Now, this is a very interesting anime, especially for its concept. Like, for someone to control like a doll type wooden thing with their mind, and for someone who has this natural feat, this power to do that, it was very interesting. And I think, I read this based off a manga. I haven't read it, but I did some digging. Like, the original manga was by Yaramiri Hajime, and the Kamisama Dolls began with a rather nightmare scene in which I won't get into too many details, but let's just say maybe read the manga first and then come back to the anime, because there are some things that, as we said in the book realm, books give more detail than the actual footage, like film, in this case the anime. And overall, I feel like for Kyouhei to move away from this very experience we have with these dolls is good, escape. He tries to attend college to escape his traumatic past, but the past cannot be buried for so long. And I think overall in this anime, the action part does play an important role, I feel like, in this anime. And then often, the main character is thrown into this narrative, and the plot is geared towards more of the character drama more than anything else. And I feel like the anime itself is just plain just straightforward, but along with the simplicity of it, it goes more depth of the character's personal history of the leading characters and politics of these other characters that play a important role to the story. With that being said, the fact that you learn more about these Kamisama Dolls can sometimes depend on how they're going to approach the scenario. I think it helps with like the action drama that are meshed together, along with some really some comedy mixed in, the narrative progression. I think if that helped, I think it would have put out a little bit more. But the visuals were interesting, and I think overall, if it just put out just a little bit better, I would give it a little more higher ranking. But overall, I give it like a solid 6.8 out of 10. But check it out for yourself to see if Kyouhei can maybe come back from his past. But you know what? On this channel, no spoilers. So definitely watch the anime for yourself. Let me think down in the comments below, and I will see you real soon. But until then, see you later. Bye.